The Best Hawaii, presented by Hawaiian Telecom.
Everybody asks, like, how did you get the name Rainbow Dragon?
Welcome back to Hawaii.
Oh my God, it's so good to be here.
Yeah.
I was telling some of the other chefs, it's like there's, we get invited to a lot of festivals every year, but there's one every year that I don't even have to read past like the second or third line to see what they want from me. To say, yes, I'm in. Yes, sign me up. I don't care how many events, I'm there.
Awesome. When did you realize that you had a knack for creating sweets?
I mean, I've never had a job outside of a kitchen since I'm 15 years old, and I'm 45 now. It's brutal. But I started out as a savory cook, but by
I noticed that for a lot of people.
Yeah, I started out as savory, and then I worked for a French chef who was working with, tempered chocolate and making bridges and butterflies and caramelizing sugar and doing all these fantastical things. And I was like, wow, I just love the precision of it. I love the focus dedicated to it. I love that it had to be super consistent every single time. And there's something about my personality that likes that precision. That cooks are like, oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And like, I just never liked that. I liked it to be like, this is where it's at. I like to work to 1/10 of a gram when I weigh things. And so for me, it was more about the precision. I also think you could be much more creative when it comes to desserts. Because imagine when you go to a restaurant, you have certain expectations of what you want from an appetizer, what you want for an entree. You don't really vary off of what you really know, because oftentimes it's expensive and you don't want to take a chance wasting your money, and you want to be satiated. When it comes to dessert, people don't order dessert because they're hungry. They order it because it's a gift to themselves, a little treasure. It's something special at the end of a meal that maybe they'll take a chance, they'll take a risk, they'll share it with somebody else. So that's really where creativity can shine.
Yep, for sure. And it's almost like you want to be wowed
at
the end of your meal.
Of course.
With something.
Yeah, it's a celebration.
Awesome. I just want you to just keep talking. So, what has been the highlight of your career thus far? I know you kind of were like this rock star, and now you're like, chocolatiering. And
yeah, I think, I spent most of my life and my career as a pastry cook, working my way up to be a pastry chef. I have a good amount of accolades. But it was really when I decided to leave that security behind and take a chance on myself and believe in myself, and I launched my own bean to bar chocolate company. And it's been 3 years going, and I still have no employees. I'm by myself, and it's a struggle, and it's my greatest moment, but it's also the most humbling thing that could have ever happened to me, because your ego tends to inflate as time goes on, and you think because you have a TV show and you have books and all these accolades that people are automatically going to follow you and you're going to be successful, but that's not the case. And it's almost like, for me, the best part of becoming a chef, a well-known chef, was the climb to get there, the fight to get there. And I feel like by knocking myself off the platform and starting at ground zero, I have that burn again. It's like it brought back all that desire to fight my way back up to the top. And it's been humbling, but it's also been very fulfilling.
That's admirable. And challenging yourself is always the next step to take you to the next level.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the smartest thing I've ever done, but it's where I'm at now.
Why no employees? Is it
can't afford them? I'm having a hard time growing, a hard time building the business, and it just is what it is. I decided I'm not going to take free employees or students or anything, because I feel like if someone works, I want to be able to pay them. So I just sacrifice myself, and it's just been tough.
Yeah.
So hopefully in time.
Yep. Tell me about your dog.
My dog?
Yes.
Oh, you know about June? So I grew up, my mom was a wildlife rehabilitator and a veterinarian. So I grew up in the mountains of upstate New York. So we always had like deer and rabbits and raccoons and opossums and everything, any kind of animal, wild animal you could think of, as well as like Rottweilers and German Shepherds and every kind of animal but I've always wanted one specific dog my whole life. It's a French Mastiff. It's a Dog de Bordeaux. You ever see that movie Turner and Hooch?
Yes.
It's that dog. So I've always she had this like card catalog set of every animal as being a veterinarian. So when I was 11 years old, I took the card. It's got like the date on it, like 1970 something. And I've had it on every refrigerator ever since. And as a chef, I never had the ability to have a pet because I worked so much. So it wasn't until I was able to step back a little bit in my life that this year I finally got my dog, and I went down, and she's from Knoxville, Tennessee. She's a Southern Belle. Her name is Junebug. And she's now 10 months old and 100 pounds already.
Oh my gosh.
And she's the sweetest thing. She has her own Instagram account. My girlfriend posts a picture every single day, all year round, at June the dog. And she's amazing. She's life-changing. You know, we come home, she jumps off the ground to kiss you and everything else. She fractured my girlfriend's nose because she's so excited. Her big head came up and cracked her in the nose with blood everywhere. But she's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like as far as like. So much love, so much love.
Yeah.
So much love.
Well, you mentioned how people can follow June, but how about you? How can people follow you and your adventures and your business?
At Chocolate by JI across all social media. And and I have an online store at johnnyuzzini.com.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much.